finishes to use you as a woman when it wasn't about love. In most cases, relationships sometimes end.
Sex is a good thing.
It is. Hey, we have mentioned.
The woman that can take your spotlight. If I wrote you a symphony, just to say how much you mean to me, what would you do? If I told you you were beautiful?
Value ends there. If the person has been pampering you, they stop pampering you. If the person has been picking your calls, he stops picking your calls. And then that's when even the thing of like you're so cheap even comes in, because you gave in yourself.
You run out of peace.
Yes, and then the sin starts from there. Following you and hurting you.
Me with Sandra, I'll share my experience when I was young. Actually, I don't remember being conned so much. I think I was not.
Yeah, you told us you weren't conned at all.
Yeah. I don't remember people fighting. I don't remember. But I remember one of the things that I grew up in a Christian home. Nakula ndi mulokole mu bufunze. So me one thing I remember doing like religiously, I remember nasala onimba mulokole. Like omulokole ajude the word of God. I remember praying for myself all that time. I remember vividly because it really helped me. The Spirit of the Lord hid me to the extent I finished campus. I finished, I finished all those, and when I did my testimony, it was, Karen, you were that beauty.
Yes, the Lord hides you.
Yeah, and it was.
I want to add on her.
Yeah, also have a testimony.
Topic in relation to
so this is for you young girls.
Yeah, in relation to marriage. There are some things that people feel like, it is impossible to be in marriage. Marriage is so cocooning. Marriage is prison. Oh, how can you be with one man? You sleep, but me, this is honestly the truth. I don't know, there are times when I look at my husband and I'm like, how am I so lucky to even still, like people fall in love. Like, are there people who fall in love like because he has done me so many things, like God Dennis is not a perfect person, but the truth is, because of the Spirit of the Lord, when you ask God to come into your marriage and intervene in terms of your weakness or your marriage at large, maybe you don't have difficulties, but you ask the Spirit of God to
cover you.
The Spirit covers you, the Spirit gives you love. Like me, I see my husband new every day. I look at him and I fall in love with him like as if even if in the big spaces where men do con you, because they will. You're quite woman, you will do things and men will be like, but trust me, you don't even have that time.
Yeah, you don't have that time.
In your spirit, there is no space for flirting.
Giving us a solution.
A
solution. Those who are struggling.
Yeah, for us that are struggling, may I have a testimony of a certain lady who gave us her testimony. She was this beautiful young girl, but she also says all her life, because she got saved when she was in S1, and she became very staunch from a Catholic background to a born again, and she was really staunch. And then she says, one thing that she prayed, because she's this girl that had hips and fabulous, looking good, light skin and everything. Chubby. And then she said she made a prayer. And every time she was going out, at campus, you could shop. Those days, people could go to Win and buy their clothes. And when you go in that market, you know how men pull you, they fight for you, come, bitchy, they talk as in those abusive words. Like, you're beautiful, those words the men say. But this lady says, every time she could make a prayer when she's going out, no man will touch my bum. No man will touch my hips. No man is going to pull me. No man is going to say this word. And she says every time she could get out, no man said anything. And her friends could come back and speak then again. No one touched her. She testifies no one. So even to us when we are married, because like Karen says, you're beautiful, you're bright, you're what, men will come.
And then the husbands speak to them, they are masculine, they now have the money, they have the handsome men.
Yes, but you cover yourself under the blood of Jesus and says, yes, I'm going to this workshop, I'm going to this training, I'm not going to be diverted.
But even
Because
if they
every
come-
time, the devil is there to disorganize marriages. Is there to disorganize, and then that's why you find someone, Mr. You know those men that you're like, okay, yes. But have you ever seen a man who is smart and then you're like, even your mind does not even go and
yes.
Moy, did you see the other guy? You're like, which
Which
guy?
guy?
Which guy? Yeah? Which guy? Because there are kind of prayers that
you made.
And even you've trained your mind.
Yes.
Actually, me, I have that weakness.
You
I
trained
have
your
told my
mind.
friends, because I love smart girls, I see smart girls like very fast.
Yes.
And me, I've never seen a smart man.
Apart from your husband.
Mommy, I'm sorry. But I don't.
You don't see that?
I can see, but it has never.
crossed your mind.
But for a girl, I was saying, wow, you're looking good. The only person I see smart is Sweepy. But also, sometimes I look at him because he's handsome and good and all that. I think maybe the reason.
Yes.
But because even my mind have
You
tuned
change your
it.
mind.
Some
Yes.
ladies, let us tune because of things will come. We shared in our previous videos like communication and all that. Even the way you conduct yourself will make men carry and come to you because of your vibes, your actions,
Yes.
all the things that you do.
Yeah.
You do, they are just attracting people. Also compose yourself.
Exactly.
Be a person who is well composed. Trust me, they will look at you and be like, lunchtime, they come like maybe in workshops, they all want, okay, sit. But again, we are that action composed and man, tosala.
Ngasibyo.
I know that people who are right now. We were in the Bible college and they were teaching about Corinth, how sinful it was. When you think about Sodom and Gomorrah, how sinful it was. Like in every era, there was something that people were making as a god. People were idolizing and making it look like it's glamorous and beautiful.
As if it is true.
So right now in this generation, one of the attacks that marriages have is glamorizing sex and adultery, and also demeaning marriage and feeling like marriage is a prison. Us who are having multiple partners, it's the way to go. What are those women speaking about? What are they even talking about? They are not even being realistic. But as we're sitting here and these guys were talking, I was like, thank you, Holy Spirit, because this is what exactly you wanted us to speak. When God puts His Spirit upon you, upon your marriage, and first of all, you have to desire it. You have to desire and know, I want to walk a marriage that is glorifying to God, a marriage that gives God glory. Like where we started, with my body,
I give you.
Those vows which we make, with my body, I honor you. So, do you ever think about those vows when you're going to remove your pants and your bras and remember how you gave this one?
Some people, do they understand?
Those vows.
For me, I got married when I was young. But now when I think of, I sit and like, but when I was making these vows, was I like, did I take them as serious as I take them now? Because when I think about these vows, they are real, they are serious. I give to you my body, and then you think, the moment you're
giving it
to someone else.
Wow.
God, you're disrespecting. But people, I don't know, but the fear of God. First of all, the thought of God. I am doing this against your will. I made a commitment. I'm breaking the commitment. I think it's not for everyone, but for some of us.
Mrs. Sweepy, what I want to say is, sex is a good thing.
It is.
Hey, we have mentioned.
Sex is beautiful.
You must have had a
With
good
the
night.
right person. And let me tell you something, like what it is a good thing with the right person in the right season.
I cannot
with the right-
imagine doing it with someone who is.
Exactly. That's why ladies will cry because we happen to sleep around with people, and you know why we do cry? Because it was not the right time, the wrong person, the wrong season. So it comes back to you automatically. It comes back to you and be like, finally,
Exactly.
because you know you are a married woman. Can you say well, you're fachi?
No.
You cannot be like,
Actually, even your actions, your figure.
Is a woman, a lady, a wife, out there in marriage, but now the partner has been cheating and cheating and cheating, and she's tired. But you are here we are here giving her advice of stay committed. What more can you tell to that married woman? Because for her, she thinks the only way to get back is to go outside and find another panado, for example, to be even.
That is not the solution of just moving out. Maybe
what is the solution?
As long as it's not violent. You know, there are relationships where maybe even it's going to take your life. But if it's not violent, Karen just shared, gone are the days when even parents, when men used to have children out of wedlock, but we did not see our judges, we did not see some parents divorcing. But what is the point? Is she a Christian? Okay, she might not be a Christian. Whatever religion she belongs to, she has to keep on praying for the partner. She has to keep on having the faith that things will be better, that things can change, because really people change and it's a season. It can be a season. So moving out of relationship is not the solution.
Because even where you're going, people
you don't know. Yes, people do cheat.
Even where you're going, you know why people have panado. You're having your panado, but already
actually there's even
the other panado is cheating.
The devil
Hey. You've got the sexual network is already informed you.
And the devil, you know, is better than the devil. You do not know. You might think that the other person is better, but actually, yet your husband would be a better version if you insist on praying for him.
We are all not perfect.
Yeah, we are all not perfect. But what am I saying? That you don't need to rush to get out of the relationship because your man is cheating.
Me, I'll give such a lady an advice and say, this might contradict with the now someone will be in our inbox or in our comments, you don't know what you're talking about, self-love and all that. But you know, when you understand the gist of marriage, then you understand how to run marriage, then you understand how to live your life.
Appreciate it.
What her partner is doing is it might be my business, but may I feel like if I was Beatrice, it's none of my business. It is his business.
With God.
With his God. Why it's my business is maybe he may cause me to be sick and all that. They go back to the drawing board and talk about all those things. But when you're living this life, ask yourself one question. If your ancestors 4 generations ago are still here, then cling on that husband of yours, running around with him and pinpointing him, quarreling and going to get panado. But at the end of the day, the life that woman is living, we are all living as wives, is a life of service to God.
Yes.
And after here, we are going to be answerable to someone. So will your husband hinder your progress to a more glamorous life after death because of his cheating? No. So I'll love myself more than I would love to have sex, I would say.
Yeah, okay, it's painful, it's hurting.
Yeah, it's hurting.
Yeah, it's hurting for, like someone might say there, you're speaking because you're not into it. Actually, there's someone who said, do not advise me when you haven't yet gone into something. But then we have something to tell you, like she just said. Love yourself. Whatever he's doing, it might not be your business. Somehow, it comes back to you because it's a couple. You'd love to have your husband alone. You'd love to enjoy. But a scenario has come in. What are you going to do about it? Apart from giving it unto God. It's only God that is going to
maybe me one thing I would advise. I don't know. Let us not be people who always pick out on people's the negatives. That guy might be maybe cheating, but he has other good things. The other side of
pick
him.
the good things,
Pick out the positive.
Yeah, I would say that's a topic for another day, like Babi normally says.
Pick out the positive energy. Run with that as you pray to God.
So that brings us to the point of the role of discipline in maintaining and holding your marriage together. Because without discipline, it is so hard for you to overcome all those things. You keep seeing those nitty-gritty things and you want to solve them outside your marriage instead of sitting with your partner and solving them. So I'm thinking that like the definition goes, discipline is the act of doing something even when you don't feel like it. So marriage is one of those institutes where, because it produces greater results, just imagine your union of just the two of you. Yesterday I was seated with my husband and he told the children, don't sleep, I'm coming. I knew what he meant. He was bringing them stuff. So as we were seated like me, and then the kids, and then him. Can you imagine as we were eating, I was like, you mean all those people came from us? Like, you know how Serene is tall and I'm like,
The generation.
Yeah. And you can imagine yesterday, and another thing I heard them speak. Me, when I give birth, my boy was like, I want to give birth to girls, 2 girls, 2 boys. He gave his reasons. You know, all these minds, these children are already they are young, but they already think about their generation to come. So it means that I have to practice discipline now to be able to for them to see that. Because if I don't practice discipline, then I'm going to show them a different image. I'm going to show them what a wrong wife has to do, that the bad decisions people make in marriage, and they will hate marriage. They will be like, I'll just be like maybe Uncle Gundi or Auntie Gundi, she went on producing here and here and here. So when you see people settled in their marriages, it's not that it's all roses. They are thorns, but they are practicing discipline just like any other thing. Like school,
you find a way of getting the rose out.
You find a way of, you know, of helping even the roses to grow more and make a bed out of them. When you know the thorns with time, when the roses become many,
we get them many.
You make them beautiful.
So that's what I wanted to add. We need self-discipline.
Because why we need, what Beatrice, you've just talked about a key point, discipline. Because life is boring, guys. Do we agree?
Yes.
So you be bored. That's why maybe people do the things that
they do.
But when you get discipline, even boredom will run away. Because you look at the bigger picture. You look at the bigger picture. The furtherness of things. Even if it's your job, you draw back. What do I gain? What value am I adding here? Why am I here? So before you know it, you're cultivating discipline that is going to help to further whatever that you're in. Marriage, work, ministry, XYZ.
Wow.
Yeah, I think every family needs to create their own discipline. I remember when we were growing up, there are those key things that we knew. For example, Sunday. We all grew up knowing Sunday is church. For Muslims, they know Friday is mosque. Then if Sunday is church, people know we have to wake up at this time. I remember gone are those days before the Pentecostals became so many that you can attend so many services. But when you're growing up, we had the Catholics and the Protestants. And then, you know, if Sunday, because Sunday is normally when we cook a lot of food, you have matoke, you have rice, you have Irish, you have what? So our parents could wake up so early in the morning, you know, Mom is going to attend the 6 o'clock service. And then she'll come back and prepare food. And then the rest we are going to attend the 10 o'clock service. And that was normal discipline for everyone. And actually, what I remember, their miss. Even you couldn't even miss. It's a discipline that we picked up from childhood, as young as maybe 0 months. So the same applies to this generation. We need to create those kind of disciplines. If it is, despite the busy schedule that we have right now, because now we are working mothers compared to those days, we go back for studies, but create time and say, Saturday is family time. Friday is family time. I have to sit, couple time, me time. Actually, it is, you know.
Headmistress work couple time.
You know, those things that you do that will help you to kill the boredom, that will make you eager. Like you're eager for Friday. Me in my home, Friday is movie time. Whether it is school time, not school time. That's why even when you go to the TV room, you'll find it a little bit dark, because we enjoy the projector and everything. It is movie time. And people are eagerly waiting for movie time, because movie time even comes with special eats. So it is discipline that we have created. Even when you give us a program on Friday, My dear,
God.
if I don't push it me myself, if you want me to attend a function on a Friday, if you pass it via my husband, that is a dead program. If you want us to attend, it has to go through me, because me I'll push at least to make sure that it's there, but he doesn't want to kill that discipline. We've created it for the children, we've created it for home, so it is like that. So for every family, when you create a discipline as a couple, things will work out. Even your children, this generation that you talked about, they look at those things and say, yes, this has worked.
This
So
worked
they will
for my
carry
mother.
This worked for my mother, this worked for my father, this worked for us as a family. You know, there are those traditions people have grown up with. However much you try to twist, as long as it has worked, they will never change.
Traditions
They
that
will
will
never
always
change
work
because
for
it
you.
has
Yes.
worked for them. So
Yes.
we all need to inculcate discipline
discipline
into,
in a way.
in a way something. Yeah.
Thank you, Sandra. Babi, in your last words.
Sandra's almost said everything really, but having discipline in marriage is good.
Yeah.
For your marriage, for example, if you say anniversary is anniversary, birthdays have to be celebrated, whether you're not in talking terms or what, the gift has to kuluma. The cake has to kuluma, you know, such things. They make marriage worthwhile. Yeah, because even if you and your husband are not talking,
Maybe are not ready, but it has to happen. Every time will happen.
Every time will happen.
Because it's a discipline you've cultured.
That night will happen. So, discipline in marriage. Let's put those things that can help our marriage grow. And that discipline will help us.
And help you to grow.
Yes.
Thank you so much. That has been it from us about discipline in marriage and how we can handle those nitty-gritty things that come and challenge us in our marriages. Marriage is not a straight line, but
every day we strive to make it straight.
So till next time, we've been Wives Rising. Catch us next week on Tuesdays for another video. Subscribe, comment, like, and share.
Bye. Mwah.